Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? So yesterday, pretty much asked the question whether between these two blue lines here, basically the high and low of Monday, whether that was a double top or if it was a consolidation. And it turned out to be consolidation, and we had a break, which is why I have a trade in at the moment, and I'm looking for the high over here. Okay, so I'll be looking to add to this position, because there's nothing really else to stop this after this break is close above this level of 25,115. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a, a retest of this high and more than likely a break of this high. Okay, so that being said, let's just get down and see what we can see on the higher time frame. And you can see we are very much in a very strong uptrend. Okay, we're above the 20 moving average on the 4 hour, and we are sort of hovering around the 5 moving average at the moment, which is an indication of a strong uptrend. Yes, we do have diversions here. Okay, and we potentially, let's do it from here. We potentially have a wedge forming. Okay, so you need to keep a close eye on the long, but this could also just be a channel. Okay, and I'm going to basically go with the channel at this stage. Okay, so let's get down to the hour. And what I want to do is just delete this noise and delete this noise. So before we look at what we're looking today, just have a look at why I got in yesterday, and it wouldn't have been off this. It would have been off for 6 minutes. Okay, so we were consolidating down, and you can see from the open we moved to the downside, and then we started going sideways. We had this inside bar. We started going sideways, and basically, for me anyway, we had this break here. Okay, we had a breakout which then broke through that fractal. See that fractal level there? So as soon as we broke above that fractal, that was my entry. Initial stop would have been below here. Okay, so basically initial stop was a 54, let's say 55 point stop at sort of 24,990, 24,990 is basically where your stop would have been. Okay, so essentially breaking above this fractal for me with this inside bar and this sort of falling wedge formation was a signal for me to get in long. And we got in long and sort of rode it, left it basically, until we broke through this level here. And now what I'm expecting to see is a retest of this level. So anything's possible. I'd like to see this gap close as well, so I don't want to see this gap open. So that's kind of the trade, and you can see where my current stop loss is here, and I'm now waiting for a second entry long. Not prepared to take it at before the European Open, but I'll definitely be looking at it at the European Open. If we do get stopped out, we get stopped out. Not the end of the world. But we'll then just look for another entry to go long. Okay, so I just want to come to there's two things I want to show you. So the first one is the closing range strategy. If you had traded the closing range strategy, you probably would have been fairly frustrated, but bearing in mind that you had the Fed meeting with Congress, or getting grilled by Congress, I think a better way of putting it. I watched a lot of it yesterday, and you can see while that grilling, while we waited for the meeting to start, the market was doing nothing. as soon as the Fed Chairman Powell confirmed that interest rates would be gradually increased and they're expecting more jobs and all the nice economy stuff, the market started moving up. Okay, so I suspect what we're going to have now is that's out the way, and we're going to have more earnings, and those earnings are basically what's going to drive this market higher. So my take profit is currently, let's just go to a higher time frame, is currently the previous high here. Now, the thing about this is I will wait for this level to get hit. Right now, we have a take profit there, but I will move that away as soon as we get closer, because we may just touch it once or twice and then bounce through. Okay, so it would be worthwhile just keeping your take profit a little bit higher and watching a higher time frame to see what's going to happen. You can see here on the 6 hour, you can see how he went sideways for quite a while, which gave you the warning that this thing was going to roll. That what could happen is it could do something like this, 1, 2, and then break through, which would give you an opportunity to add even further to your position. Okay, so especially with earnings seasons about, so that's kind of what the plan of the day is. Okay, so for today, we are potentially looking at this, and you can see how we are bouncing off the 50% of this closing range at this stage. Okay, and the picture you have here, if we look at this on a lower time frame, is one of a falling wedge. Okay, so I need to draw the lines for you. Oh, sorry, not a wedge, it's more a channel. Okay, so we have a falling channel. So basically what we're looking for is a break above one of these fractal to the left here. That would be the indication. So we've got our first indication that we're going to be moving up, and that's a retest of the close. So we'll have to wait and see what transpires here. Okie dokie. So that's kind of my play today, is looking to add to my current position. And I'm really not going to do it in pre-market. Okay, so we'll wait for the European Open to see what happens there and move. And looking at what happened to the DAX yesterday, I suspect we're going to have another green day today. Okay, so I'm looking to add to this current position, and we'll wait and see what happens around here, but there will be an opportunity to add shortly. And my stop will stay where it is, because that would give me a profitable trade, and if I do get stopped out, I won't lose money. Okay, so nothing more to say about this except buy the dips, and earnings season's upon us, and earnings are expected to be strong. So just keep buying whenever you get the opportunity, all the way up to, put a line in here, a little bit higher, so all the way up to 25,400. Okay, so you should be able to keep adding positions here on every pullback, and you can use every pullback on the 12-minute if you really wanted to. So something like, buy in at this pullback here, buy in at this pullback, buy in at this pullback. So that's kind of what you want to try and achieve. Okay, so you can see now already this channel wedge, whatever you want to call it, it's already starting to look bullish again with the pin bar on the 12-minute. Right, guys, hope that helps, and stay safe, keep those stops tight, and enjoy the day. I'll catch you up with you later. Cheers, man.